Three, two, one. Hey, yo, welcome back to another episode of the Arts Block Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Curry III. And today, ladies and gentlemen, today I am back. Now, I know what y'all thinking, Eric. What do you mean that you're back? What do you mean? We just saw you for the last 4 weeks. What do you mean that you're back? Well, guys, I pre-recorded all those episodes. I pre-recorded all those episodes. I haven't got on a mic and talked in about 3 weeks. I haven't done that in about 3 weeks. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I got on the mic and talked. I miss y'all though. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to these past episodes. If you haven't checked out any of the past episodes of this season of Arts Block Podcast or any of the previous seasons of Arts Block Podcast, I highly recommend you doing so because you're missing out on some good gems, on some good jewels, on some good stuff, right? Now, the next question comes, well, Eric, if you weren't recording, then what were you doing? Nigga, I'm in college. I was doing school. But that's besides the point. While I was not recording, I was living life. The weather in New York has been crazy. Also, weather in New York has been crazy. Yes, allergies in New York. My allergies in New York has been the craziest that they have ever been. Like it is crazy. Like my allergies have been going insane since I've been here. So if I sound a little stuffy or I sound a little weird and I sound like a little nasally, is I'm not like my allergies have been going insane. Like my allergies like been running wild since I've been here. Um, yeah, that's another thing. So weather's been good. Allergies have been crazy though. But I've been outside. I'm living life. I feel like as an artist, as a creative, as somebody who likes to make art, right? What is the purpose of no, not that. You can't make art if you don't live. Like, you feel me? The art you make is based off of how much life that you lived, in my opinion, right? Obviously, people have different opinions and perspectives on like creativity. But for me, I know the more I live, the more I can create because the more I've seen, the more I experienced, the more I've branched out, the more people I've touched, the more people I've talked to, the more perspectives I've learned, the more situations I've seen, the more whatever I like things I've heard, whatever the case may be, right? I'm willing to take that and apply it into all the things that I'm doing currently right now. So that's what I was basically doing. I listen, I'm trying to learn things so I can tell y'all what I learned. That's the whole point of this platform. So I'm sorry if I haven't recorded in a minute. I had so many episodes lined up that I could have recorded during those weeks, and I could have uploaded 2 times a week. I could have uploaded an interview on Wednesday and me just talking face to face like this, boom, 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 boom. I could have uploaded that on Monday. I could have did 2 times a week, but guess what? I didn't. Guess what? I didn't. Also, if my eyes like are like really puffy, like low, um, I'm tired. I've boom, right? Listen, I'm tired and also my allergies. Boom. I've been up since 6:30 this morning. Let me tell y'all why I've been up 6:30 this morning. Right now, currently it is 10:04 p.m. and I haven't gotten no sleep, no nap, no nothing. My friend Raf, shout out Raf, and shout out to her friend Caroline. I think that's her name. I'm like 95% sure her name is Caroline. If not, my bad, Caroline. But yeah, Raph and Caroline, they went and got baptized today. So shout out to them, man. My friend Raph and her friend Caroline. I might be butchering that girl's name. I know her name starts with a C. I know her name starts with a C. And I think it's Caroline because when she was telling me her name, I was thinking of the state of Carolina because Carolina. So it might be Caroline, but I might have been. It might be Caroline, but it also might have been 6:30 in the morning when I met her. So give me grace. But yeah, so we had to wake up early, right? Because the baptism was at it was scheduled for 9 something, like 9:30. But we had to go all the way uptown. It was going to take us 40 minutes to go uptown. And while the baptism was scheduled at 9:30, the people who was getting baptized the people who was getting baptized. Yeah, the people who was getting baptized, they had to be there at 8:30 with their friends and family. Now, obviously, we're college students. Raf, our friend Raf, she doesn't have no family. Like her family doesn't live here. Her family's in Mass. I can't say this. Say this. The state that Boston is in. Boom. The state that Boston is in, and the state that John Cena is from. That state, I can't say the state name, and I'm not finna embarrass myself on this podcast. But yeah, she's from there. So she has no family here in New York. So as her friends, we went into support. And it was a beautiful thing. It was like watching them get baptized. It was super beautiful. Then it was a service after that, and that was amazing. It was a Elevation Church in Stephen Furnick. I think that's how you pronounce his last name, Furnick. Um, yeah, his church had a pop up in New York City. I don't know where like his church is originally located, but yeah. And it was cool. It was dope. But that's why I like might sound tired. That's why I might look tired because I'm recording this super late at night, and I recorded this previously, but I didn't like it, so I had to change some things up. Yeah. So that's where we are right now, currently, today, at this moment, right now. How are you doing? Tell me in the comments. Thank you. I hope nobody was about to speak. I think I really hope that there was nobody about to speak because if that was the case, I would feel so bad right now. All right, so boom, right? First thing on the docket, let's get straight into it. Let's not even play no games. I ain't even waste no games because I have to wait for this to render and edit it and all this stuff. So boom, right? Oh, also my allergies, sniffing, sneezing, all that stuff. So y'all might hear a lot of that on here. I totally apologize if y'all do, but we're all human, so get over it. All right, so boom. I was listening to y'all know I'm a huge J. Cole fan. J. Cole is my favorite artist ever. And I was listening to Friday Night Lights by J. Cole, his mixtape before he dropped Sideline Story, his first album. And I was listening to the mixtape, right? And I was just sitting there and I was like, just meditating on the music, just sitting there, like listening to like where he was during that time and like finding the similarities between where he was during that time and where I am during this time in my college experience, and also finding the differences of where he was and where I am, and like how like he handled certain situations and how I'm handling certain situations, like just the relatability. Like that's why Cole is one of my favorite artists because it's the relatability. Like it's like damn, you've been through this. Like you see, like you went through what I'm going through, or you feel what I'm feeling, or it's like you see me. Like I feel seen when I listen to his music, right? Yeah. So yeah, and I was listening to Friday Night Lights, and I just couldn't help but the intro, man. The intro was like so hypnotizing, that piano, and just yeah, that piano was crazy. But yeah, and I was listening to Friday Night Lights, and he was saying like he said two things that stood out to me. He said, "How can so close seem so far?" And he said, "This is your moment. What's the point of being the one when you're the only one who knows it?" And I was sitting there, I was like, "Yo, like he's right." Like I think oftentimes I'm gonna touch on the point about like being the one before I touch on the point about like so close seeming so far. I think a lot of times, ooh, message. Hold on, who this is? Oh no, no, nobody. Don't even worry about it again. Listen, so I think a lot of times, right, we get so over consumed. Listen, it's two reasons why. Actually, backtrack, Eric. You're getting too excited. You're getting too excited, Eric. Backtrack. Let's start over. Boom. So, so this is your moment. What's the point of being the one when you're the only one who knows it, right? When I was in high school, a lot of people will call me cocky. A lot of people call me arrogant. A lot of people will say that I had a big head. A lot of people will say that, just a whole bunch of things, right? I'm a big believer in confidence. I and it to some extent they were right. Just a little teat though, just a little teat, not too much, just a little teat. But to some extent that they were right. Like at points I did get a little cocky. At points I did get a little ahead of myself. At points I did get a little, all right, Eric, that was a little much, right? But however, a lot of those times where they would say that about me, it was just my confidence peaking at that certain point. And most of the times it was me giving glory to God for my God given ability, and less than me saying that I'm so great at this thing. It was more so me being like, yo, like this. Oh, my fault, gang. Is somebody singing in my hallway? Did y'all hear that? Somebody singing in my hallway. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, a lot of people call me cocky. A lot of people call me arrogant. A lot of people call me these different names and different things, and I wouldn't understand it until I got to the point where it was like, yo, like you can't let your confidence offend other people's insecurities, right? That's what Deion Sanders said. That's a Deion Sanders quote. Don't let your confidence offend other people's insecurities. Now, what does this have to do with anything that I'm talking about right now, right? This is just a moment. What's the point of being the one when you're the only one who knows it? A lot of people don't want to share how good they are at things or how confident they feel about things for two reasons. One reason, they don't want to feel arrogant, or they don't want to feel like being called cocky or whatever by their peers. Cool. Then not cool. I'm gonna debunk that, but I'm just letting that slide right for right now. That's number one though. And number two, you're just scared that you aren't that good, and people are going to make fun of you, and people are going to look at you and laugh, and people are going to be like, oh, you thought you was such and such and such and such, but you really not, and you thought you was this good. Girl, sit down, or boy, sit down, right? Listen, you can be scared all you want. You can be scared all you want. The gift isn't going to go away. Just because just because you're scared of sharing the gift that you were given doesn't mean that it's going to go away. Now, if it's not a now, 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 in a lot of cases, people do be overconfident. So let me draw the line. Let me draw the line somewhere for y'all, right? The difference between cocky and confidence. Cockiness, arrogance, that stems from pride. You're being prideful about this thing. You're being proud about this thing, whether you're good or not good at it. It's a certain level of delusion that comes with being arrogant and cocky. So like it's a very high level of delusion, right? That's like me walking around being like, yeah, I got bigger muscles than the rock. Nigga, it's a certain level. It's a certain level of delusion and stuff that can go, oh yeah, I can sing with Whitney Houston. Actually, I was about to make a crazy joke. I was about to make a crazy joke. Man, I can sing like Whitney Houston. You nah, buddy. Not gonna make that. Nope. Holy Spirit told me, nah, sir, you're not gonna make that one. He laughed though. He didn't. Holy Spirit did not laugh. He was not laughing at that. What is going on in my hallway today? You know what? That's white people business. They don't got nothing to do with me. Anyway. Anyway. So yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So that comes from pride, like cockiness and arrogance and all that. That stems from very prideful, like I'm great, I'm the best, I'm. Confidence is knowing. One, confidence is honest. That's number one. Confidence is always honest. You cannot lie about having confidence. You cannot lie about having confidence. Confidence is not something that you can fake until you make. Because when you're put into the position, because when you're put into a position where you need to be confident in yourself and you need to believe, that's when we see who's really confident in themselves. That's when we see who's really getting shaken up. That's who we see when you get in a position when the lights hit and it's time to go. We gonna see who really can go. And that's all my and in high school, that's all my what my mindset was. When the lights are on and they say action and it's rolling and it's time to go, we're going to see who really can do this. We're gonna see who really can go. Cause a lot of y'all gonna fold like some dang lawn chairs. If I'm being honest, if I'm keeping it a buck, most people will fold like some lawn chairs. So that's what I mean. So that's what I was meaning when I was saying, "Oh man, I'm so good." Da, 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 da. It was honest. One, two. It's always redirected to the source. You have to remember the source of the confidence does not come from you. You don't you don't own the confidence. He does. God does. If you don't understand what I'm pointing up to, God does. So you saying that, oh yeah, I got so much confidence in myself. I got so much confidence in myself. I got so much belief. Da, da, da. You better redirect that. You better redirect that, or that can turn into something else really fast. And once that turned into something else, then guess what? Crash and burn, cuz. Crash and burn. That's it. But yeah, that's in my eyes, and there might be like more like clearer differences. But like the difference that I was able to distinguish is arrogance, super prideful. Confidence is always redirected back to God. It's always redirected back to God. Confidence is God. Confidence is God given. God gives you confidence. You're confident. Oh, I know I can do this because because my father gave me that ability to do it. That's the only reason I know I can podcast. I know I can podcast. You know why I know I can podcast? Because my father gave me the ability to. You know why I know I can act? Because my father gave me the ability to. You know why I know I can do just anything. Like even in y'all case, you know why I know I can paint. I can't paint, but I'm just saying this as an example for y'all because God gave me the ability. You know why I can make music and make beats and da 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 because God gave me the ability. Confidence is always redirected. Arrogance and pridefulness is always within that heart. So that's one. So like, don't be fearful. Don't be fearful, and don't think that you have this false confidence. Some of y'all listening or watching this, y'all might. That's a whole nother podcast topic. I don't even have time to get to y'all today. But for those who for those who are honest and authentic and real and like they they sing in their bedroom and their mom and they're walking in and their parents are amazed. And you know what, actually parents are a bad example because parents are amazed at all their children. I feel like it's a parent's job. You know what, I appreciate my mom. You know why I appreciate my mom? I appreciate my mom because my mom never lied to me. Like if I was bad at something, she would just tell me that I was bad at it. Like she would never, like, yeah, like, but if I did something and she saw a lot of potential in it, like even if it was bad, she wouldn't be like, oh, that's like, oh, you did bad at that. She'll like hype me up because she saw that I had potential in that. But if she saw me that I was bad at something, she'll look at me and be like, yo, you're terrible at it. Like you're trash. Like don't do this. Don't do this. She got soft with my little brothers. Like she done got soft with my little brothers. Now she is really inclusive. Like, oh no, you did a good job. Like you just need to work harder. Yeah, yeah, nah, nigga, you suck. We need to start. That's what it really is. We need to start telling people that they suck. Like we need to start looking at people like, nah, dog, you suck. Like at this thing right here, you suck. Like you're not good at this. Um, that's my little spill about that though. That's a whole nother topic for another day. But yeah, so then my second so yeah, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Show your gifts, shine your light, show your talent, show your whatever you got. You know what? I'm actually going. No, I'm gonna answer the second part. Then we're gonna get into that. So back to the first one, right? Why people like are scared to tell people like why they're good at something, that they're the one, or they feel like they're up here with it, right? It's because like you don't want to be seen as cocky or no. That was the second one. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. No, my bad. Sorry, lost track. Lost track. Lost track. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Lost track. Lost track. Lost track. So sorry. So sorry. Yeah. So now moving deeper into the fear part. Yeah, you're scared that people want to judge you. You're scared that people want to think call you overconfident. You're scared that people won't be like, yo, like such and such thing it is. Don't be nah. Don't let them people scare you or intimidate you. Number one thing. Think about think about the judgment. Think about who and where the judgment is coming from. Think about that first. Is the judgment coming from somebody that is doing something that they love to do? That's number one. Two, is the judgment coming from somebody that you would say is good at things that they, if they're doing what they want to do, are they good at it? Are they knowledgeable? Do they actually not even what they want to do? Scratch that. One, who? Who is giving you the advice? This is how we're gonna do this. The hating, we're gonna call this part of the podcast. Uh uh I'm trying to stop cursing, but I have a bomb name. Yeah. All right, bet. Now I have a bomb name for this part of the podcast, but I'm trying to stop cursing. No, I forget it. The hating ass nigga portion. This is what you say to all hating. This is how you uh dissect all haterism, right? Number one, who is this coming from? Who are you? You hating on me, you hating on me trying to better my craft, you hating on me just jumping out there seeing what I can do. Who are you to hate on me? That's number one. Two, what do they do? What do they do? What is their line of work? What is their line of work? What do they do currently today? What do they do currently today? That's number two. Number three, does this opinion add or take away value from what I'm doing? If it adds value to what you're doing, cool. I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt. If it doesn't add no value to, this is the part where you have to be honest with yourself though. If it adds value and you believe that it could really help, take that. Please take that. But if it's something that just some hating ass thing shit, nah, nah, I don't need that. I don't need that. Thank you though. Um, and by the way, I'm coming up off these on top. I just dealt with enough haters in my life where I can just spot a hater from my mother's top hater. I just told you how she told me I was bad at things when I was a kid. Mother top hater, number one op, my mother. So that's why listen, any hate comments, anything of that sort, I've heard worse from my mom. You can't you There's not much that you can say because my mom has already said it to me. Now I know what y'all thinking. Oh man, you have a tough mom. I really don't. I really don't. Because I never mind. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But that's where I get this like fire from, like this unfiltered like fire and this like, no, you need to do this, you need to do that. You get that from my dukes. Yeah. So who's it coming from? What is their occupation? Is this input adding value or taking away value for what I want to do? And also, if they aren't, this is a key one right here. This last one is a key one. If they aren't currently or have never pursued a career in whatever field that they wanted to do and have tried and failed, do not listen to that advice. Do not listen to that because they don't know what it's like to be an artist. They don't know what it's like to be a creative, fall and have to get back up. They don't know what it's like to be an athlete, get injured, and having to bounce back next season. They don't know what it's they because they never did it. They never had the guts to do it. And they mad at them. And honestly, to be honest, they mad at themselves for never being able to do it. That's why they hating on you because they mad that you are young. They're mad that you're young. They're mad that you're smart. They're mad that you're able to still go with no with and the risk being this small when at their age they was having kids at like 22 and they was babies having babies and it was like, oh snap, now I gotta drop all my dreams and I gotta have a yeah, no. You don't have to worry about them problems. Don't listen, stop listening to these old ass niggas. I keep telling you, bro, I promise you, I keep telling you, I stop listening to these old ass niggas. All they do is hate. All these old niggas do is hate. Stop listening. Here, calm down. Yeah. That's how you spot some haters. Don't listen to them. Keep your head down, keep focused. Now, if you're trash at what you do, you're just trash. That's not your ministry. That's not what God called you to do. Figure something else out. Figure out what God really called you to do, because that apparently that was not it. Uh yeah, take that how you want it. Next thing I want to get into is managing the gift. This is just things I'm learning as I learned this week. Managing the gift. How do you manage your gift? By manage your gift, I mean exercise your gift. How do you exercise your gift? How do you what do you do to get better at your gift? You know, you can go to the gym for 6 months. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. All right, bet. All right, bet. Yo. All right, bet. Because this is going to spike and I know where to cut. So boom, right? You're going to you can go to the gym for 6 months. Bro, you can go to the gym for 6 months, 6 months straight. Go to the gym, work out, do what you need to do, lift, eat right, right? You can go to the gym, do the same workout 6 months straight, do it wrong, see no results, right? You can go to the gym again next week, learn how to do the exercise right. 2 weeks, see the results you want, or a month, see the results you want, right? How are you exercising your craft? Because if you're because if you say, oh yeah, I'm writing songs every single day. That's cool, but are you recording songs at a different listen? And I don't want to hear no excuses now. You know how many people got home studios? You know how many friends they got? What's that the little beat making app that the dudes be having on the FL Studio, FLSL F somebody studio, they be on the studio on the phone. You think I want to hear you talking about something? Oh, I don't got studio time. Da, 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 da. Negro, if you don't get yourself $100 mic and plug that junk into your computer, download. If you oh wait, students get Logic for free. So if you're a student, if you're a college student, you get Logic for free. If you're not a college student, I don't. Good luck. But download Logic, or if you got a Mac, you get GarageBand for free. Find you a little type beat off YouTube and start recording them songs that you got written. Like y'all are y'all are overcomplicating the process. How are y'all getting better at your craft? How are y'all managing your craft? One thing that I'm doing to manage the craft every single day, podcasting, is having conversations with people outside of this. Outside of this. That's how you become a better conversationalist. That's how you become better at talking. That's how you become better at asking questions. That's how you become a better listener, by talking to people, by having conversations with people, trying to remember what they said, remember what I asked them five questions ago, and trying to bring it back full circle to what they said now, right? That's what I'm trying to do to become better at this every single day. That's how I'm becoming better at this every single day. But how are you managing your gift? How are you exercising your craft? And also, what are you doing so people can receive it? Like, there's no point of you going to the gym every single day just for you to wear hoodies when you leave, when you walk outside. What's the point? You want to show off your gains. You want to show off your little hey, 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 yeah, macho, 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 macho. You want to show off your little junk. All the yeah, word. That's all my guys and all my girls. That I know you might not want to get macho, but you in the gym getting them yams. You try, trying to have Thanksgiving in June, baby. You know what? I ain't even about to stop. I ain't even about to stop with y'all. I ain't even about to stop. Y'all about to get me started. Y'all about to get me started in here. Baby trying to have yams on the 4th of July. The way you working now, baby. I see you. I see you. But what's the point if you wearing sweatpants? It, you show off the gains. You gotta show off your gains. So the same thing with anything. You're writing these poems, beautiful poetry, but they're all in your notes app, or they're all in your notebook. What good is that? Who is that serving? You? So you tell me God gave you this gift just so you can be entertained? Nigga, I want to be entertained too. That's selfish. We don't do that in the kingdom. We sure don't. But yeah, how are you managing your gift? How are you getting your gift out? You are so boom. Now that you dang, that's crazy how I'm about to connect this, right? Now you're in a place where you're like, cool, I'm the one. I'm comfortable with telling people that I'm the one. I'm comfortable with claiming that position. I'm comfortable with myself enough to da 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 da, right? Whatever the case may be. Now you got to exercise and manage the gift that you were given. Then after that, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. It's repetition after that. Like just manage the gift and just keep exercising. Keep trying to figure out ways to get better. There's no reason why you shouldn't be getting better every single day. Every single day you should be getting better. You should be getting better at something every single day. I cannot stress that enough. You should be getting better at something, anything every single day. You should be getting better at something. There's no excuse why you shouldn't be getting better at something every single day. It's no excuse. You should be getting better at what you love to do every single day. Every single day. You have all these songs written down, but none recorded. You have all these scripts written down, but you haven't shot anything. You have the podcast idea, but haven't started the podcast. Come on now. Let's get to it. You want to be D1. You want to be D1. You want to be D1. You haven't hit the gym since it's the off season. You haven't hit the gym since the last time y'all played in the high school. You want to go D1. You haven't been in the gym all off season. How you want to go D1 and you ain't been in the gym? Next. Last thing on the docket for today. Thoughts and opinions about dropping out. Cool, right? Heard you. So my roommate dropped out, as y'all can see right there. This is my first pod. Also, oh, I forgot to say this in the beginning of the pod. I'm tweaked. I forgot to say this in the beginning of the pod. I know this isn't like the most pleasant setup, right? I know. I hate it. Honestly, I hate this setup. But my roommate just moved out and I'm still trying to get like things situated and organized. So like I will have a nice little setup to record and it's gonna look real nice and it's gonna be like things on the wall and a whole bunch of stuff that is just gonna be fire in here. Don't even worry about it. But yeah, back to what I was saying though. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Thoughts and opinions on dropping out. So my roommate dropped out. I know two of my homegirls dropped out of college, and now and you know what's crazy? It's all happened here at this school. I don't know if it's the school or I don't know if it's college. Them they'd say it's college, but part of me feels like it's the school. This school's some trash. This school's some hear me. Um, yeah. So how do y'all feel about dropping out? And this is like an interactive, so make sure y'all comment and you know leave comments about how y'all your thoughts and opinions about dropping out of college, man. I think dropping out of college is great if you have a plan to drop out. Like if you're dropping out, all right. So two reasons. So two things, right? If you have a plan to drop out of college, or there's something lined up for you once you get the fuck right. If you drop out and sorry, my mind went somewhere else. I'm so sorry. If you drop out and people like, oh, so what you gonna do? You be like, shit, but just about to be out here. You feel me? You about to be out. You about to be out here. You about to be out here in this economy. In this economy, you're just about to be out here. Nah, that's crazy, gang. That's crazy, gang. Ain't no out here for me. But I think that's because my situation is different, though. There is out here for me, but I think my situation is different, though. I think I don't want there to be out here for me. I don't want there to be out here for me. So that's why there's no out here for me because I just don't want it to be out here, honestly. So yeah, that is a good chance that that's just a me thing for sure. But yeah, what do you, my, so backstory, right? One of my homegirls was supposed to get a job here in New York doing insurance. She left. She got the fuck. She didn't even tell me she left. I had to find out from this our mutual friend that we both know that she left. That she done dipped on out of here. I was like, oh damn, she texted you. I did the playlist for my homegirl upstairs. Her little going away jump. I did a playlist for her. Then my guy, he told me that he was leaving like 4 or 5 days before the nigga left. It's like, yo, this is crazy, right? But I just think it's like, I don't know if it's a coincidence, but I was like, yo, like people just dropping out, like dropping like flies. Is it me? Is it me? Nah, it ain't me. It ain't me. But it's a lot of people transferring though, and that's crazy. It's a lot of people transferring from here. It's a lot of people dropping out. Just realizing that college isn't for them. And to be honest, if college isn't for you, I don't blame you. Like, why spend all this money to go to college? I don't even like college, to be honest. And I've been very vocal about that. However, I know what I need to do to get to where I need to get to. And I feel like right now, this has been the best decision for me personally because it's been keeping me focused on what I need to be focused on, which is this in the radio show. And also, speaking of radio show, if you haven't tuned in on the block radio every Wednesday, every Friday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., go ahead and do that. But yeah, so listen, it's a lot going on over here, over on this side. And I hope that it's not as hectic over there where you are listening to the Arts Block podcast. And I appreciate you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Arts Block podcast. However, hold on, I'm trying to turn this thing off. There you go. Actually, no, let me turn it back. That didn't really do nothing. Yeah, but however, I'm going to get this dead or alive off. So if you're watching this for the first time, hello. If this is your last time watching the Arts Block podcast, goodbye. But the Arts Block podcast, here on the Arts Block podcast, we do something called Dead or Alive. Now, Dead or Alive is a segment where me or the artist on the podcast gets to choose artists that they would like to work with that is dead or alive. Now, you can choose one artist, you can choose 100 artists. I'm going to do whatever I want because this is my podcast. Today, I came prepared. I'm just not so much that I'm gonna think about. I'm not gonna tell y'all the category where all these people fit in. I want y'all to guess the category that all these people fit in. This should be fun. This should be fun. I'm going to name you Monique, Cat Williams, Steve Stout. Those three names. What do they all have in common? Why did I choose those people? Find out next week on our No, but thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of the Arts Block Podcast. I've been your host, Eric Curry III. If you like what you see, enjoy what you see, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, turn on post notifications, and so you can be notified every time we post a podcast. If you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon, Roadcast, whatever the Pocket Cast, whatever the cast y'all listen to this on, make sure you give me a 5-star in the review. And you can just say that this is the greatest podcast that you have ever heard in your life, and that will suffice. Make sure that you guys drink water. Make sure that you guys pray. Make sure that you guys also follow me on Instagram at Eric Curry III. That is ERICCURRYIII. That should be down there right now. And also follow the podcast on Instagram. That is Arts Block Podcast. Same way that it's spelled on same way that it's spelled. Oh, same way that it's spelled. Just online. Just it's been a long, you know what? I'm about to end this. It's been a long day. Art Spot Podcast, it's down here. There's links in the description to everything that we got going on, everything that I got going on, everything that I have coming up. Yeah. If you are interested in listening to the greatest radio show on earth, like I said, you can tune into On the Block Radio every Friday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. I go live on my Instagram at 12 p.m. on the dot. So tune in with me on that. We're gonna go in there, have some good vibes, have a good time. You feel me? And party. So yeah. In Jesus' name. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. Remember that artists never die. And I'm going to see y'all later. Peace, love, hair grease. I hope this sounds great. Bye. 666.